Hello, flute players. Welcome to your video lesson for this week. First thing we're going to do, as always, is just take out your head joint and then warm up just on the head joint. Make sure you can get this sound, the low, then middle, and the high sound. There's a lot of songs that we found that work well with this, and here's one of them, Soda Pop. Go ahead and practice this one on your own. Here's a preview.
Soda pop.
All right, so you can go ahead and work on that on your own. Make sure you're all warmed up. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. And once we're all warmed up, should do that for about 1 or 2 minutes, we can put together our whole instrument. Remember, the tone hole right here should be in line with all of the other keys. And then at the end, on the foot joint, the rod should be in line with that same line of keys. So the keys circles should line up with the rod for the foot joint. Once that's all put together, we're going to be working on the 5th grade band warm-ups. The 5 notes that we are going to be working on today are B flat, so that's thumb and first finger, then C, which is just your first finger, and then you're going to need to put your pinky down for balance over here. That's C. Then D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then E flat, just got to put your finger down, your pinky down for E flat. Then F. So those are the 5 notes: B flat, C, D, E flat, and F. Let's go ahead and go to warm-up A. So each of these notes is 4 beats long. Make sure you take a big breath so you can get your air all the way to the end of the notes. Ready? Make sure all our fingers are in the right spot for a B flat. It's with your first finger and your thumb, but make sure all these other fingers are ready to go because we're going to need them in a few seconds. Here's letter A. And 1 and 2, letter A, and go. Rest. 2, C is next, breathe. D is next, are ready, and go. E flat, pinky down, breathe. F, faster, air, and breathe. Feel free to rewind and do that again. If there's any trouble with the fingers, make sure we're really good on letter A before moving on to letter B. Here's letter B. You're going to notice these are half notes. They take up half of the measure. If there's 4 beats in a measure, half of those 4 beats is 2. So half notes only take up 2 beats. Now, it's going to be the same exact fingers, same exact notes. They're just going to happen faster. So what I like to do is practice saying the letter of the note while doing the fingers. Let's try it. Ready? Here's letter B. Okay, and 1 and 2, letter B, and go. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Okay, once you can say the letters and move your fingers to the correct spot, the correct fingering, then you're ready to play it. All you got to do is add the air, which we've been doing for a while now. All right, let's get ready for letter B. B flat is our first note, so it's going to be thumb, first finger, and then your pinky should be down just for balance. Ready? 1 and 2. Letter B, and ready, and go. All right, so if you can do letter B at that tempo, well, then I could definitely think we can do it at a faster tempo. All right, same exact thing as before. You're just going to have to move your fingers just a little bit faster and your brain has less time to think about the fingering that's coming up next. So make sure you're always ready. Your fingers are primed and ready to go to that next note when we need it. All right, here's letter B, starting on a B flat. Get all our fingers in the right spot. Here we go. A 1 and 2, letter B, and go. And there we go. That was letter B. Now, if you can do letter B at that tempo, well, then we can surely do it at a little bit faster tempo. There we go. Now, this is pretty fast. This is almost, I think, 140 beats per minute. So if this is too fast for you, practice letter A and B on the slow side more often. Don't go too fast, or else we'll teach our fingers to do the mistakes. We don't want that to happen. Here's letter B. Get ready. Make sure we're always looking ahead. Starting on B flat. 1 and 2, and letter B, breathe. Again, if that's a little bit too fast for us, don't worry. Please practice letter B at a more reasonable, normal tempo. Around 80 beats per minute is the normal tempo for us. Now, if you can do letter B at a fast tempo, well then surely you can do letter C at a slower tempo. Okay? So notice how we're gradually getting our fingers to go faster and faster and faster. C is quarter notes. You can see that there's 4 notes in a measure. Since there's 4 beats in a measure, each one of those notes gets 1 beat. So we change notes every single beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, change, 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 change. Okay? So we really have to be ready for the next note that's coming, which is why I recommend practicing A and B first. The other thing you'll notice about letter C is you go up and down, and then you go back up and down. So it happens twice. It's basically letter B twice and faster. Okay, make sure we're looking ahead. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, letter C, and go. All right, now that was probably pretty fast for a lot of us. So one thing that I always love to do, again, we just did it a second ago, is to say the names of the notes while moving our fingers. So let's try that for letter C. Ready? And letter C, and say it and go. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Okay, now that we've said it, you can go ahead and rewind that back if you need another chance to practice it. I swear, it really, really helps get our fingers in time and get the correct fingers down. Okay, let's try it one more time. Letter C playing again. If you need to make it slower, feel free to slow down the YouTube video or practice this a little bit slower on letter B. Here's letter C. And 1 and 2, letter C, and go. And that was letter C. Okay, so your homework for this week is to practice letter A, B, and letter C at whatever tempo you need to. And then if you look in your book on page 6, you'll see at the top of page 6, it gives you a little reminder of all of these 5 notes that we've been working on. And page 6 has a lot of fantastic songs that we're going to play in our band rehearsals. Have fun practicing.